Alright, how's it going, everybody? So today I passed my NASM test. I got a lot of information from YouTube videos on things I should possibly study and not. I watched a bunch of them. Now that I took the test, a lot of them were very vague, didn't really explain too much, and I understand they don't want to give away things that are on the test or whatever, but I'm going to try to do a little bit better job here and really tell you the real specific things that you should probably study. A lot of those videos were good on YouTube too, so just some of that. I did the 5th edition book. This is the newer one. The only difference I was told by the NASM lady was between the 4th edition and the 5th edition, there was 10 pages added. So you could probably get away with doing the 4th edition. And this will help for either the 4th or 5th edition. I think this list I made here, if you go through all these things that I'm going to read off here on this list that I made, I went through the whole book just now and I didn't read it, obviously, or try to read anymore because I'm sick of reading it. But I just skimmed through it and looked at all the chapters and really wrote down the things that I know are on the test or I saw on the test and what you really should know if you want to pass your NASM certification. I had a certification in 2011, NPTI, but when I moved to California, they required me to get a new cert, so I bought the NASM package. I just bought the book, and I studied it for a month and took the test today and passed. So I don't think it's very hard, but if you're coming from a background where you have no fitness experience, and this is your first time taking a certification or you're just wanting to become a personal trainer, know the book. Just read the book one time through for sure. Even if you are a certified personal trainer and you read through the book, it's not going to hurt you. So I would read through the book once. Take your time. I just had to rush through it because my new job needed me to get it ASAP, so I was a little stressed with trying to get through I don't know, it's like 700 some pages I think, within a month. But I'm not the best test taker. I'm terrible at studying, I think, and I did it. So if I did it, you can do it too. So I'm just gonna go through this list here quick. I'm gonna make sure this camera is still recording because that would be a total bummer if it wasn't and I talked all this time. Alright, so like I said, this is the 5th edition, 4th edition, not much different. So as I was going through the book, first thing that I saw is continuing education, the CEUs. Know that. I saw 2 questions on my test that were about that, and it's a super easy thing to remember, and once you know it forever. So know that, what you need to do to continue being a trainer. Know the anatomic position. That's where the guy is like sitting like this, and you just can see the full body. Know that. Know the muscular and skeletal system. Not so much the bones, I guess, though. I didn't see one bone question on there, so that's not actually. I did. It said what are bones or something like that, and just think of levers for the muscles. That was my question anyway, something similar to that. So know the planes of motion, the sagittal, frontal, and transverse planes. That's very easy to remember. It's very early on in the book, and if you want to become a personal trainer, these are things you should know anyways. So know a couple exercises that go in them, and when you do this one, stand up and do the motions, because once you actually do it, you'll know forever. Know adductors and abductors. Those 2 things come up throughout the test a lot. And just what muscles would be overactive and underactive with your adductors and abductors, or what kind of assessments adductors and abductors would be lengthened or shortened. Oh, this is a good one. I usually pass these things when I'm reading textbooks and stuff, but these little boxes, there's caution one, there's memory tips, and there's one more, trainer tips. Like I said, I usually pass those, but I did not pass them for this book, and a lot of the test questions were in those. So Those are super good things to like go over. Even if you're like in a groove reading, I know that can be like annoying to have to go off what you're reading and look on the side. After you're done reading the book and you want to go through it again, go through the whole thing again and just look at all those little boxes, because I guarantee you that's going to help you. No muscle imbalances. I'm not going to say specific ones, but when you're reading the book, you'll know which ones I'm talking about because they come up quite often. Chapter 4, extremely important, the human movement system. I would read that whole chapter, and if you're going to go back and read up more, reread, chapter 4 is one of them you'd want to reread. It's an important one. Best place to take heart rate. Saw 2 questions about that. It's wrist. Know your macro and micronutrients, so fats, protein, and carbs. And micronutrients would just be like minerals and vitamins and shit. So know those. Know the recommended amount for each of those. Amino acids. Know about branched chain amino acids. Know how the essential, non-essential. It's important. There's 20 of them total. You don't need to memorize all those specifically. If you want to, it's not going to hurt you, but I only saw one specific question on there that was like talking about a specific one, but you see it in the book. You'll know. Starts with an A. Blood pressure, know that. Know the readings for it. That's important. And know about clients with high blood pressure, what kind of training to put them through. Proper water intake for men and women. And I don't know if this was a research question or not, because all you have to get is 70 questions on this. 70 questions right. It's 120 questions, 20 of them are research. You don't know which ones are research, but I couldn't tell which ones were research. Maybe 2 of them were like, what the fuck is this? I never seen that before, but you just know you can get 50 questions wrong. That's what I was thinking, that test. I'm like, this is so easy, because if you get more than 50 questions wrong, you probably need to go back and reread, and you are not ready to become a personal trainer, because like I said, the book's not that hard. GAS, General Adaptation Syndrome, know that. Know Chapter 6. This is another chapter I highlighted. Concepts of integrated training. It's an important one. Read through it all, know it, and then if you're going to go back and reread any chapters, so far 4 and 6 are chapters you want to go back and reread. No questions on the sliding filament theory I saw, but I saw other people make YouTube videos saying they did see questions on it, so it's not going to hurt to know. Chapter 9, this is another one I'm adding. Executing formal fitness assessments. So knowing all the postural distortion syndromes, so pronation distortion syndrome, lower cross syndrome, upper cross syndrome, those are 3 you want to know, memorize for sure, and know the muscles that are overactive and underactive with all of them. Know overhead squat assessment. You'll see this on every single video that has to do with NASM and people telling you how they did on their test. It's a crucial one to know. You're going to want to know it, so go over all of chapter 9 2 times. If you need a third, go 3. Then more highlighted chapters 10 to 14. It's going over the OPT model. This is crucial. So along with 4, 6, 9, you're also going to go back and read 10 to 14. This is after you read through the whole book once. So with this list I'm giving you here, know 4, 6, 9, 10 through 14 are important chapters, and you really want to, like, if you're like me and you're reading and you start thinking about other things while you're reading and you have to go back and reread because you don't know what the hell just happened, know during those chapters, try to focus your best. That's all good. And then also chapter 16. It's not like super crazy information, but it's the behavior change strategies for client results. Know that chapter too. I would go over and read that one twice too. If I was going to retake the test and didn't know anything about it, I don't know how that would work, but if that was the case, I would reread chapter 16 because it's a lot of easy information that you can get easy points on the test for. The trans-theoretical model, know that. That's the pre-contemplation, contemplation, those, know that. Just know it perfectly. It's easy to memorize and you should be good. So that's the whole list that I came up with that I think are very important things. The other thing that, I don't have my phone. The other thing that I would do is, if you just bought the book like me and you didn't buy anything else and you just want to read the book and take the test, that's fine if you think you can do it and you're confident in your test taking ability or you have previous knowledge or whatever. At least download this app. It's called Pocket Prep and you can buy the NASM certificate or NASM practice tests on there, and it's 500 questions. And what I did, I'll kind of show you here. I got them somewhere. Sorry, here. So what I would do, I would take those tests. I took it like 20 times the test. So you get 500 questions and you can just keep going through them as many times as you want. Anytime you get one wrong, it tells you it's wrong and you can hit more information or whatever, and it gives you the correct answer with an explanation, which is a good explanation. But if you really want to cover your ass, go back to the page they give you too. They give you the page in the actual book that you got there for that question that you just got wrong. So it makes sense that you should just go back in the book and read over that one page, and you know you just have it covered. And so you get the explanation from Pocket Prep, and then you can go back in your book and double check it. So there's no way to fail, I think, with that method. I did it like I said, I took like 20 tests, and by the time I was getting like 90s consistently, or I don't think I got 100. I got like 98 was the highest I got on Pocket Prep. But do this. I like that method a lot. If I ever take a test again and they have a Pocket Prep for it, I will always do that, because I think if I did not do that, I probably would have failed, honestly. Like I said, I have terrible memory. Doing that definitely stuck in my head, and I would do it again. So I hope this video is helpful for you. I hope you become a great personal trainer. I think it's awesome that you want to become a personal trainer. It's a great career. I've been doing it since 2011. And I just think it's the most fun job in the world, you know. I mean, you get to help people, and when you actually help someone get to their goal, it's an awesome feeling. So yeah, if you guys have any more any specific questions, you can just comment on this and I will answer it. And if you want like a specific video made, I might even do that. So yeah, good luck on your test, and remember, if you do fail, you can retake it. It's not the end of the world, but you don't want to pay that extra $200. So yeah, good luck.